Hi guys, welcome to part 4, I think, of my DIY Hobonichi. So I've got my little book of watercolors out. I found one of these pencil cases. I think they're for flight things as well, but just realized I put those in there. So you can use them as a pencil case, but you can put stickers and other things in them as well. And I seem to have got quite a lot of pens to do with this, so I think I might stick a pencil in there, my rotring pen, and I think that's all I'm going to keep in there. I think I haven't quite decided. I could put a little stencil in there, and I need a number 1 water brush. I've got a practice page because I found that I borrowed this out of my Bible journal page. It's got 2 things going for it. One is that it will go behind and it'll make sure that I'm going to stay kind of neat. It does have lines on it if I want to change things. So I can write on it. So that's the right way around. Let's get it the right way around so you can see through there. But it has decorative edges on it as well. But I might use it. I see how I feel. I did have a bit of card actually that I thought would kind of give it a bit of oomph. So we'll see. I think I've decided to keep the first signature free. So this is where I'm going to start. So we need a year plan to go on here. So you put. I've got 2. That's the year plan. See, they've got twisted. So I think the first thing I need to do is to do a year plan. So my Hobonichi is extra thick. I'm just going to put that one in, that one there. I'm not sure if this is going to work for the year plan, but we'll have a go. I'm going to have a practice page. So I've got the Hobonichi, and then when I've been looking at the Hobonichis, they brought out kind of a thinner version that you can use, you can take out or use for anything specific. So I think I'm just going to have a bit of a practice. I've also found some more lined paper that I brought out. So I could make a bit thicker one, but I think I'm going to have a practice with that. I do like the pale grey scraps. This one is a little bit more expensive than this one, but it does the job. So I'm just going to have a bit of a practice as a layout, because I've not really done a proper layout. I've had a bit of a play. I think I'm going to keep the holes at the bottom. If you buy really expensive paper, you can get it where it doesn't have the holes in, but that's where we are at the moment. I think I'm going to use that as kind of a rest. I might cover this actually in, I've got lots of papers. In fact, I've got lots of A5 papers as well. I've got lots of pattern papers, and so I thought of wallpaper, but actually pattern paper might be quite nice. So I know I need to do a yearly thing, which is going to really take up quite a long time. The other thing I thought of, rather than doing my floral thing, is to use this stencil. It's a Helix. It's a greeting stencil. So we've got flowers. We've got a bell. So there's Christmas. There's a candle, cake. There's a bear. There's an Easter egg, a heart. There's a little train there, but I thought this would be just enough to put, instead of having stickers. I don't have any stickers. Just to use, it's obviously from the girls, just to use. There's a little packet there with a bow on. So I thought I could use this. There's a little chicken, there's a cat, flower. I thought I'll use this. There's a witch on a broomstick. I think I'll use this because I don't have any stickers. I'm trying to work out what that one is. Can't work it out. Turn it upside down. Still nothing. Is it a balloon? It could be a light bulb. I could use it as a light bulb, or not quite sure what that's supposed to be. That's an ice cream. It's a crown. So I think I'm going to use that stencil actually, just as a practice. So the colours I'll be getting out of my Derwent watercolor pencils, because I know they don't go through the paper. I need to find a pencil because I want to be fairly neat if I can. I just put that to one side for the minute. You do need a bit of space because you are working with a stencil. So I'm going to pretend that this is April the 1st. So I need to do a year with everything, a year on 2 pages. I need to do a month on 2 pages. I think I'm going to do, I suppose I could do a day on 2 pages. I might just do a page a day. I think I'll do a page a day. Because my weekly will be what I want to do creatively in that week. So I have a bit of structure. But if I don't get things done on one day, so if I don't stream and if I don't work in a Colin Thompson colour book on a Wednesday, I might work in the Colin Thompson book on a Friday. So I think if I give myself a little bit of structure, I should be okay. But this is for the actual day. So we're going to start off April the 1st. So I had a rough play deciding on which stencil, and I did like this stencil. So if I put it there, I have a space here. So if I could put a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I could put instead of messing up all this space, I might just put that up there. Although when we've got September, I won't be able to do that. So that won't work. You see, this is why having a bit of a practice works out quite well. Yes, because if I'm doing September, I want not going to have that space there. I don't know. Let's have a practice. Let me practice on this one here. Let me just practice a very quick September and see. So I want that to be in the middle. So I'm going to line this up here and draw a line. I can always rub it out later. Now I could, I've chosen this stencil because it has uppercase and lowercase, but if I'm going to use this as the actual day's pattern, then I think I want the biggest spaces, so I might actually do this. I don't know why I've put sure. No idea. Absolutely no idea. So let's just change that to an E. And I didn't line it up at the bottom, did I? Like I should have done, but never mind. In fact, I think actually it's very rare I have an eraser, but I think I have one. Oh, that's not what it's going to use. I've just realised this is what inspired me. I've had this for a number of years. I've got 2 of these and I've never used them. So that was the date thing I was going to use. This is for scrap things, I think. So if I did number... Oh, it has a to-do list as well. So it's got to do, hot mess, happy place, mad props. Yes, I might use this. I haven't quite decided yet. I might use this stamp. I've just made a boo-boo. Got an eraser on the end of there. So we may as well start. Doesn't mean to go on. So this is why I did it in pencil. So the reason I'm doing September is to see if it will go on capitals. And I did like this this particular font because it was the biggest one, and it also gave me an opportunity to doodle within it. I've missed the T out now. Oh, for goodness sake, Heather. So I know that this works pretty well. Oopsie. So I think this is the monthly spread. So again, this is where the bullet journal comes in, because I know that you can get one 30 days in September. So you can get 1 to 30 down here. So I think it's my monthly could be on a double page, but I think this one, again, if I use my Midori, it coincides with the top one. So I can switch to my, I like this pen because it makes me write kind of quite neat. So this has got to be, this has got to be 1, 2. Now I was going to use this little this was really neat, this. So again, because this is going to take a long time, I wanted it to be really nice. So again, now I can put 3. This is number 4. Now unfortunately you can only get your rotoring pen into this really small stencil. But seeing as it's going to be kind of, it's going to be looked at for a month. I've done my 8 wrong. I did my 8 wrong last time as well. So that's 10. And the reason for this, I won't do it all because it's boring, but it is neater and I like it better than me writing it. And again, the idea of this, it's going to take time. So the next thing to do is to just look and see September the 1st, even though I'm not doing September technically. September the 1st is a Tuesday. So we need, ignore the fact it says Selby Abbey because obviously Selby Abbey is closed. So T is for Tuesday. And I used to put the numbers, then the letters down here. But then if you write something and it begins with the same letter, it's confusing. So I put the number there and I put the day of the week in front of it. So we know that the 1st is a Tuesday. So I need a T. And again, this is going to take me probably a couple of hours. But this is to it's to occupy my time. And keep me occupied Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, F for Friday. and there isn't an F on this because they've squashed a lot on, so we do an E without the bottom line. F Friday, and then we double S for Saturday and Sunday. So I think I'm going to put this little one into my Hobonichi set because it is quite nice. And then this one has kind of little squares. I might use this. I could use this as there's lots of symbols, so I could use them for certain symbols. But as you say, we don't need hospital appointments, doctor's appointments, trips out, anything like that. So the idea is just to occupy my mind, and then I can then start to make shapes into here. So again, we want the Monday back. I'm not going to carry on because I'm not using this particular page because it's not in my colour book. But I kind of like the fact that it's that little bit neater than I'm normally allowed to be, because I'm very, very scruffy. So I can do this, and this is my monthly spread, so it's going to take me a while. And that's the whole thing about this Hobonichi, is it's occupying my time. I can play in this book all day if I need to, because I don't have any children to look after. I don't have anything to do. I am just on my own in the bedroom, so I need to occupy my time, and this is going to do that. And even if you didn't, this is going to be something brilliant to just, if you have that little bit of time where you're going to get stressed or anxious, you can go in your little Hobonichi and you can start working it. So I kind of, and then I suppose I could do a line across Tuesday, Thursday. So you want an F for Friday, and that confused the hell out of me because it was an E. And then double S for Saturday and Sunday. And actually that was a natural line that went across, but now I can actually make a line across. And so that's divided my, months into weeks now. So that look, I kind of like that. That looks quite nice. I might put that in a bit, because if this doodle here, I need to find the lid for that. I just bobbed it somewhere. I did find lots of other stencils. That one is the same size, or I think that one is actually, that's a 52. That's a 53. This one is even smaller. That's slightly bigger. They fit as well. So this one is this is a bigger one. But I don't like that one. I like that little tiny one. It's a bit fiddly, but again, I'm allowing myself to be fiddly. That's italic, and that's italic, so I know that that one goes with that one. That's quite a nice one, and I think Pilot Pen would go with that one. So we've got 1, 2, 3. And this is a bookbind, because that's that one, and then you've got to match that one. Oh, I did it. First time I've ever done that. Matched it up. And then that one with a number 1 for 10. It's not quite as neat as that one, but I do like it, and it'll be good for different sizes. So we've got this one. So again, I've got to keep my options open. Now this is another little diddy one as well, slightly bigger than this one. So we'll try it on number 13. Missed off that 4. It's very similar, but I think it might be the same size. I can't see the numbers on those. So you've got to decide on what you like. Again, I like that one. That might have been nice till, say, September. So this is the time to have a play, and then when you decide what you're going to do, I've done it again. I've missed the T out. Oh, gee. Sorry, guys. I'm dyslexic. September. Oh, no, T-E. Oh, dear me. I don't like that. Ah, you're supposed to move it, you dipstick. That's why. So again, you could measure. So that one you do the P, and then you move that up and make it an R. So that could be quite interesting. I think this one's a little bit bigger. Let me get the bit bigger ones here. I do like this style, which I think is very similar. This one was quite nice as well. So again, if you put that on the line, again, I said this is the time to decide. Oh, we could actually do a Monday, couldn't we? Because we're going to have some days. I do like that one. I've always liked that one. Let's just do a Monday on this one, though. The reason for that is a page a day. This will go across the middle, and then we can decorate the Monday, and it'll start us on our particular journey. Because again, it's the art of doing the day that is the artistic bit. So once we've got all this mapped out in days and months and weeks, we then start to progress and fill it out daily. And you may only want to spend an hour on it. In which case you need to spend some time. But I know people have got children to look after and all sorts of other things, but this is to keep us that little bit sane. This is positive creativity. And I think the Hobonichi does that. I just don't like the price. So again, the Monday, the pattern might be like this. And the other thing, of course, we've got the little stencils with us, especially the one that has the other things. So we've got Monday. Oh, it's a very funny one. Yes, we're done with it. So it's got shapes in it, so we could put shapes in this one. There seems to be this little button here. I'm not sure what it's for really, but again, we could put, there's a little square here. So we could put a little square. And again, this is taking quite a long time, but again, that's what we've got time. That's what we've got. The idea is we're being very creative. So where the square would be, we're just putting a bit of it in. And so that could be one pattern. I kind of like that. So we can either do the whole one like this, or we could do different ones. The other thing we could do is then use this one as a tick box if we wanted, or this can go all the way around the edge, and this will be the pattern for Monday. Then on a Tuesday I might decide that I kind of like something else. I don't think I've got much on here. This one's got little, it's got little circles as this one, so it could be circles. So that could be the next one. And the reason for this is it's just that bit neater than the doodles that I was doing. And it's quite fun as well if you're not too neat with your hands like I'm not. My hands wobble a bit now. So we have circles, and then that day the circles can be all the way around in each square. So we can do a circle then we can either use the ruler to rule neat squares. Of course, they will be neat. You've got to be a bit careful because with this, and then we can colour those in. So I kind of like that idea. I think the other one I was doing different patterns, so you can do different patterns, or we can do. So I do like that set of lettering, and I like this little set of numbers. So I think I'm going to use those. The idea with the stamp is a bit of a pest with the ink, because you've got to have an ink, and I'm not sure if I can do that. So I was desperate for a couple of those, bought them and never used them, which is a bit of a waste. Although I did say that I like that one, didn't I? So I did like that one. There are no lowercase letters, and I kind of like the lowercase. But again, let's play and make sure that we're happy with what we've got, because there's no point doing it and then realizing, oh, I wish I'd done the other one because I like that one better. And that's, again, spending a day playing to get it right, so that when you do start, because there's nothing worse than hating the first page you've ever done because you won't want to carry on. So by having a bit of a practice, it is nice, but I think I prefer that one. They're a little bit wider, and I think that makes the pattern that bit better. If you obviously want it to be smaller, obviously I'm not bothered, because that to me is where the creative bit's going to be. So that's why I'm doing that. So let's pretend that we have our date up there. So I'm just going to put that in there a minute. So if it's going to be a month, we've got September, and then down here we've got the letters. We can then, if it's going to be Monday, a certain day, we can then put into practice what I wanted to do. So on a particular day, I wanted to put certain things on a day, and again, it's a good idea to have a bit of a think. Oh, the videos actually are the color books. So I think I was going to use, in fact, these are going to be perfect sizes actually, to make little boxes. We can make boxes, or we can make circles. I think as it is a square, I think we're going to have to keep it a square. And my little metal ruler probably is going to be the best thing to use. I'm not sure if I want to put what I've watched on TV. I think in the monthly planner, I might put something about the books I'm reading. So the bottom few pages, I'll probably call it colour books. Don't know if that one would be colour book pages. I've got it in a smaller stencil. So that would be the colour book pages. I then could kind of use this one to be a bit more creative. So maybe put a flower here. Because remember, I don't have any stencils. Sorry, I don't have any stickers. So this is instead of buying stickers. And so I kind of like that. A bit big, possibly. And a heart. Sorry about the rattle. We could have a heart. I'm not sure if I want to do that now. I've just decided. I think that's a bit big. I think I kind of like this. That's how I'm going to try to. Although if that one was going to be like that, then this one would be as well. So we'd have. And again, this is that I am making up a pattern, but I'm not too taxing. I'm just following the lines through, which again is time consuming, and that's what we want. This is to occupy ourselves while we're doing this isolation, but we're doing it as a positive thing. And then oopsie. So if it was the one I did a minute ago with the squares inside, I could use this this little one and put the little squares in between. Oh, I think there is a little heart actually. I think. I'm sure I've seen a heart somewhere. Oh, I thought I found a little heart there. Oh well, we'll just put the little square because the square matches, so it all matches, and I think that'd look quite interesting. That it's just the information that would be different. So I need to set up my year, the beginning, and then my monthly. And I think I'm going to do it month by month because I think it's going to take quite a while to do this. I'm not going to do this and then do this for the whole month. I'm just going to, this is the day-by-day stuff. So if it was Monday, I would be doing this. But the weekly one with the set out goals, I think I'm going to do that. So again, I kind of like this. It's made up, but it's not taxing, if that makes any sense. It's just and then I've got black, grey, and I've got black, grey, and sepia. Oops, it's square now. There it is. And I think those three colours are going to sort me out. I'm thinking about other colours. I've got my watercolours if I need them. I've just had a think, actually. If I use that bag... Oh, hello, Alfie. Hello, darling. Have you been banished? You're doing a naughty boy. Oh, I made a cup of tea and I forgot it. You banished. Cold tea. Granny hates cold tea. I'm your granny now, aren't I? There's nobody to say hello, Alfie. So I think what we'll do is we'll put a film on, and we will put our feet up on the bed because my ankles are killing me now, and we will have a play in our Midori and see how we get on. So thank you for watching. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one now. Damn it all, I'm doing the wrong one. You see, you've got to concentrate. It's not quite as easy as it looks. But the idea is that we fiddle about with these shapes and then we can colour them in. And that's going to take our minds off what's happening around the world. And it will de-stress us a little bit. Now, if little tiny squares stresses you, for goodness sake, don't do them. Do flowers, do curves, do stripes, and then make patterns inside them and then fill them in. So if that was the pattern for one day, then I would do the whole page with that particular pattern in mind, if that makes any sense. So I think I like that one the best. That one's growing on me, but I think I like this one. And so I'm going to put that to one side. And I like the fact that there's uppercase and lowercase. I've obviously bought these for the girls over the years, and they've given me them back, and then I've kept them. So there's a couple of things that I'd like to keep. I've had a bit of a play. I haven't done a complete page yet, and I think I want to. I've made I've got 10, 20, I've got 40 pages here to make, and this is the one that I'm going to be using that can be then thrown away, and it's not going in the main one. And this will be ideas probably and things to do that I don't want to put into this one, because this is just going to be for colors. So thank you for watching. I hope you all have a pleasant afternoon, and on YouTube, if you've got any comments, got any questions. I'm very new to Hobonichi. I did it last year, but I didn't like it because it's too regimented. So I've kind of had to I've kind of made it into a creative thing rather than a diary, but it's still quite a diary. But it's giving us something to do every day rather than writing what we did every day. So we're making things to create in order to fill it rather than filling it in what we did every day. And I think that's with all these nice stencils that I've found. I think that would be quite interesting. So that's my chunky Midori. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's not Midori. It's Hobonichi. I will be playing in my Hobonichi, my Midori, but I use that regularly. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching YouTube. If you've got any comments, let me know. Thank you.